The 9th August 2022 general election was the most credible poll Kenya has ever held. This is according to the U.S. ambassador to Kenya, Meg Whitman, who lauded the country's efforts in conducting credible, transparent and verifiable elections as she addressed the Devolution Conference in Eldoret, Uasin Gishu County.
3, 2, and 1.
The United States of America's ambassador to Kenya, Meg Whitman, on Wednesday hailed praises to the electoral systems in Kenya, saying the general elections of 9th August last year was the most credible in history of all elections in the country.
I arrived in Kenya days before the August 22 general elections. What I witnessed was nothing short of remarkable. Kenya held what many analysts and commentators say was the freest, fairest, and most credible election in Kenyan history.
Simameni tupigie makofi huyu mama.
Speaking at the opening of the Devolution Conference in Eldoret town, Uasin Gishu County, Ambassador Whitman held that the election stamped Kenya's spot as the most democratic nation in the African continent.
Let's zoom in on how I'm talking about why Kenya should be everyone's destination in Africa. Kenya is the most stable democracy in Africa.
In a very special way, I must commend my elder sister, Meg Whitman. That lady is phenomenal. Hata nyinyi mnakubali huyu mama ameongea kuliko sisi wote. All our development partners, you have done a phenomenal job. We appreciate.
Whitman went ahead to note that both local and international observers gave green light to the presidential election results as announced by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IBC.
The elections were observed by international and local election organizations, and the results were upheld by the Kenyan Supreme Court, and power was transferred orderly and peacefully at the time.
Whitman's remarks coming as the Kenya Kwanza administration and as Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition are engaging in the bipartisan talks to resolve their political differences, among them results of the last year's presidential election. Give us Minor Prime Edition.